Chris, 50 points off the track, baby.
In Japan, where the sun will always shine, traditions collide with the future's line. Through city streets and temples high, find your story beneath the sky. Waves scratch, walking how it stands, harmony flows to the best of lands. With the neon glow, where is bent, the culture rich, where resistance in the morn of grace. We'll dance the night with every star, a guiding light. In Japan, where the sun will always shine, traditions collide with the future's line. The cherry lanes and soaring heights, find the magic in the moonlit nights.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about the popping. I forgot to plug my headphones in. Alright. Yes, I do want to quit. Because there is it's 1.57. I need to go to manage. I need to go to browse. Not browse local files, but go to properties. Because I forgot that we have to update. That we need to change our we need to go to temporary we need to go to temporary 1.56 for it. Now tonight's going to be a little bit of a interesting night tonight. Tonight I will be getting off most likely when Glass and Scarlet get off, so we'll be still live streaming, still creating content for you, but it's gonna take us no time at all. I will set those to do that. But this weekend, guys, we're gonna be doing I won't be on to starting after tonight's stream. I will not be live until Sunday night. I have things going on this weekend. I am traveling to a place where I kind of really don't want to travel to, but I'm going to travel there because I have to, not because I want to. Because mostly I want to go see family, but I have to travel into a state that I don't like. But we will deal with it. Hopefully it's just for this weekend. That's why I'm like, if I end up getting this job, I will probably most likely, when Nathan Das probably, when, when I have, family that's moving, my family, per se, and this job keeps me for a while, I will be gladly able to go out and continue to maybe be able to live here. Would I be able to have health insurance? of course, probably. Um, um, but we'll see how things go with that. Um, for it, but I can't really. Download's complete now. It's just patching files. I will have to do that with this computer as well, so I'll probably do it um today. But I still haven't downloaded Fortnite on that computer. Um, because the whole thing is I haven't done it because there is no point um when I am going to do that. But I'm always gonna tell you I'm always on my computer or my phone. I'm always consistently um doing things like that. And it's and I'm glad that I absolutely um love um things. And the reason why I said I'll probably get off at 12:30 tonight because I will be packing, making sure I get everything set up, making sure that um betas. Um, and it will temporary be doing that. And then I will install Fortnite later. Load my profile. I always have a profile that I always load um for my computer, and I have to start it that way because none of the RGB that I use, I have to use like OpenRGB or um no, um there's an update available for 1.57. Um but we are in 1.55, 1.56 because we have updates that break. Um, that currently break. Um, and if we don't, that's why I am. As soon as I'm done today, um, for today, I'm going to install Fortnite. I'm taking my this controller with me, or I'll probably see if it'll run with that. I'll also take my extra Xbox controller just in case for Fortnite for the weekend, but that's about it. Like, I'm probably going to take my Switch with me, but I have to get that charged, I have to get everything pretty much set up for that, but I probably won't use a lot of, things, and I also gotta, I'm not gonna switch the American truck yet, today. I will switch the American truck later, when we have those things um, on it. Hold on. Sometimes I raise the volume. Um, Mostly I raise the volume for some things when I am when I can't upload a um don't mean to activate that. Let's go to our cargo market. Akatu. Um 7 hours. Um that's gonna be our 14. We're gonna take our 14. Um um and I asked when Scarlet and I asked when Glass was gonna get on too, just to be on the safe side, saying that look, um, these they both, like, I know Glass is at work. I just asked both just to see when if they're going to get on later because they have something going on. That something just came up, and things, and it's like Glass doesn't understand sometimes when things change. Things can change on a whim just because something goes on, and so I just want to make darn sure of it. Um, but I will tell you, um, um, for those of you watching, normally I typically do this in the afternoons, but there's a couple of things that I wanted to really, really talk about. Um, um, that I did this afternoon that I actually thought was only going to be like a 2-hour movie. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna go. There's like one car there that's gonna have to wait. Um, it'll be fine. Um, but there's this thing where um that Amazon is bringing Stargate back, and I'm like, holy cow! So I am very much happy with this. I somebody that was saw that message early this afternoon, and I ended up the um picking up wanting to watch Stargate. The very first thing. I didn't really get into the whole thing. I kind of went like sat on my phone um and I really didn't quite watch it. I was kind of really not paying attention to the movie, but I kind of got the gist of the movie. I've seen it enough times now that I can kind of um get pieces here and there. Um and I ended up doing a thing in the afternoon that kind of negated me for not wanting to be on it on. And I said 7 o'clock on my I posted to YouTube that basically said I'm going to get on at 7 o'clock. I ended up getting on at about 7:30. um and the reason why I said 7:30 was because I had a thing um that I ended up doing this weekend, that I ended up doing today, that ended up pushing me to not live stream it right away. And um and I'm like, so I ended up doing that instead. uh and then I ended up having to, I said 7 o'clock. When I say that I'm going to get on at a certain time, it just means that's when I'm going to get on to um then I'm going to get on to stream um roughly 3 o'clock in the afternoons, because I have to create a title card for it. And so um yeah, it's telling me, oh, I could go this way, but I'm like, no thank you, I went back the way I came. I knew what I was doing. um um but I will tell you that um that I just was kind of like thrown off a little bit today. I'm still thrown off because um like I really, I really am still thrown off a little bit, because it's like, as long as, because like I'm gonna have a real hard time this weekend. At least I can prepare. At least I prepared for it. Like, if I know it's there, then I have a little bit of less anxiety about it. Um, and to be honest, um, when I don't keep a schedule, when I don't keep the same thing, I kind of really get a little antsy. But tonight I kind of changed it up a little bit, because as if I know that I'm doing it, um, and know that I'm changing my schedule sometimes, then I'm not as anxious and not on edge. So I planned a little bit ahead um for it. But the biggest thing with with me is basically just this weekend's gonna be a thing where I always tend to bury myself in my phone or my computer when I go down to see family, because I'm like, I just want to stay away from family. Like, I genuinely just stay away, because like the point of the matter is like, I have this thing where I'm kind of just not really wanting to noise, like too much noise really bother, like a lot of noise. Um, Crowds tend to really bother me. Like, I don't like going to crowds a lot, but I've kind of grown on it a little bit. Like, if I know that it's going to be that way, I've kind of just know how to deal with it. I can go to concerts now and actually have a good time and actually be happy and actually do that. It used to be where I was kind of back in the when I was younger. I kind of really didn't like being around people. I kind of didn't like being around anybody for that matter. Um, but that's just nowadays I kind of am a little bit less that way, but I still kind of do that because it just gets hectic around the holidays, and it's just one of those things where, like, I can deal with crowds, I can deal with it as long as I know that I'm going into a place like that and know what to expect, because that's different than not expecting something and unexpectedly I get anxious about things like that. But today, there was a couple other things that were really unexpected to me that really kind of made my blood boil. And it seriously, it's starting to really make the politics side of things just really making me really um is making me really angry and frustrated that I can't do anything. But it's kind of like I need to be around it um because if I don't, I'm not gonna pay. Don't know what's going on, because as a trans person, um it's the biggest thing for me. For me. And to be honest, like that's one of those things that's why I pay attention so much more often, because of I need to know what's going on with the trans community, knowing things like that. But it seems to me that a country like the United States is back, um, sliding away from helping trans people. But this thing, I don't know. I don't know how truthful it is. I don't know how truthful it truly is. But I was watching a gay, um, this gay thing on this guy who is gay, um, living in Japan, and showing people around about Japan. And one of the things that he talked about, I can't remember his exact name. I saw it on like a Facebook post where um, he was talking about how the trans community is getting better, getting better every day. Things are starting to change for Japan. I really do think that Japan is changing and shifting to allow LGBTQ people. I think it's really going to be something that if Japan can really do this and really start making that um, as its main focus on the community, and making it as predominantly um, that way, and getting people to really get more involved. Um, no, it's gonna tell me to go that way. Um, that we were supposed to go that way, but I think um, we're gonna have to go around. We're gonna have to go up and around, up here and around, because um, there is that potential for that crash. So, um, if I'm in a hurry and I'm in a rush, then I would say no. But I'm early on in the thing. I just follow the follow the thing to help make things better. But the thing of it is, guys, is that I'm just happy for Japan right now with some of their things. They're really a country that is such a um a country that I really look up to when it comes to democracy and it comes to things. Yes, there are problems within Japan. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. There are some problems, but it's getting better and better in some of these places. Um, and it's getting better in a lot of these places um, to really help um, and to better make a lot of the decisions that when I look at a country, like I'm looking at a country that if I can go and live in that country, like I would absolutely take myself and imagine myself living in a country like that. And it really does greatly help out on my end to really um, to really put myself into sharing the love and compassion for the community in general. Seeing that a country is willing to help the LGBTQ community, no country is ever going to be perfect on these issues. No country is ever going to no country is ever going to be perfect on any issue. No country is absolutely perfect. If it was a perfect country, everybody would be flocking to it, and then it would probably become a little bit unperfect. Perfect. If they had the best economy, best safety, best income to earn, best everything, we would probably would not be experiencing it. Any problem? No homelessness, no crime, um, none of that. Everybody's sitting there. We wouldn't have to. A lot of people would be eyeing that place and becoming like, okay, we can do this. We can out there. But no country is perfect, people. And I always say this. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what country you're in. There are still going to be some problems within a country like Japan that sometimes there are some bad things in Japan that get overshadowed um on these things. There are some things that get um sorry. Excuse me. Uh um there's a lot of these things that when you go into a country or you are expected to follow the laws of these places, expected to understand it. Don't just expect, oh, I'm going to go to this country. I'm going to go do a little bit of research, study up on that country, make sure that you are know some of the laws and some of the things before you get yourself into trouble, know some of the culture. That's why I actively will tell you, don't just sit here and follow me and say that my politics are going to be the end to be all, or my news is the best thing that you guys can handle. It's not. You guys have to really understand that. Don't just rely on me for your entertainment, for your information on these things, because I'm not perfect. I will always tell you to always listen to a variety of people before you make that uniform decision and say, okay, this is it. Now, if you're going out there and you're looking at a thing, it's not always perfect. It's not always right to end up believing everything that is out there. Don't just say, hey, I'm going to listen to you because you're telling me the truth, but you're not going to get the whole truth on these hot button issues or these things, because somebody's out there, they're going to push something that they say, but then they have to really retract and backtrack because they said this, but in reality it's not always the case. And it's not always going to be the case to it's not always going to be the case to support the community, or not. It's not going to always be the case that I will tell you the truth, tell you the right thing. But I know I'm repeating myself on some of these things, but I just really am happy with the trans community getting some love in Japan, getting them a little bit more help, and getting them the ability to basically be able to do not have to go with invasive surgery. They are slowly starting to work towards that, and if it is truthful that this gay guy talked about is the truth, then guess what? It's there, and I can start telling you that the LGBTQ community needs more support than ever these days. You know, the Trump administration pretty much does not care about the community, does not care about anybody other than what they believe and what they have told. They want to go out after the the Democrats. Trump wants to to do the K word, the word that I cannot really mention because of these things. Um, I'm gonna do a couple things here real quick, guys. Um, I gotta do a couple things. I'm gonna grab myself. Um, I'm gonna go see if I can go grab my drink. And I will be right back. But if you guys are, I'm wanting to see this content, make sure you guys are followed. Make sure you guys are subscribed, share it out with people. Tonight, I'm gonna be doing Euro Truck tonight until we get done with this haul. 9 between 9:30, 10 o'clock at the latest. Um, and then I'm gonna switch over and we'll play some Fortnite until about 12:30, and then I'm gonna get off. Maybe 1 o'clock might be the latest, and then tomorrow night, and then at 12:30, because I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna listen to some Trans Radio UK at that point, and then I will, and while I work on getting my room situated, getting my room cleaned a little bit, get some packing done that I need to get done. So, and I also am going to check up on my clothes too while I'm grabbing my water, my drink, pretty much. And then tomorrow, guys, tomorrow, do not expect me on tomorrow, and do not expect me on Sunday. So, I mean tomorrow and Saturday. Sunday, do not expect me until probably 9 o'clock at night. I will not be on in the afternoon, because I have church that day, and I will not be on Saturday. I will be on Saturday, but I won't be on playing with. I'll be playing with these two. Did I really just lose TikTok connection? If I did, you guys can. But anyway, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my water and check up my clothes. But anyway, sorry guys, I'm back. I was talking to myself, trying to think about what I'm gonna wear tomorrow. Because, to be honest, I have that thing where I just have to think about what am I gonna wear tomorrow. Oh, we got a damage. I shouldn't. Cause tomorrow, basically, like I always forget that I talk about it. Like, but the other thing that really gets me down to understanding is that, you know, when Trump basically he wanted to really drill down to it that um that Trump basically, like, he wanted to do the KI blank L, for the Democrats, wanted to basically get rid of them, um, pretty much. And, you know, it's one of those things that I'm trying to dance around it because of TikTok, and trying to not really talk about it like that. If I see it on TikTok, it's like, okay, whatever, but it's like one of those things where they talk about it, and one of my favorite creators is not on TikTok anymore, and I'm like, no, the best TikTok creator that I really liked has been basically either gone or taken away. See, it's not. Um, I. I'll leave the shadows on high though. Like, I don't think, like, you're still gonna get the gist of mirror distance. We'll do medium on that, just just to see if we can get that to be fixed. Um, we won't travel beyond this, past this guy. Um, yeah, I don't get why the mirror texture. Uh, and why the mirror texture is off. I am just trying. Yeah, so the truck is still there. It's just weird. Try and see if that'll fix it. No, but it got fixed. I wonder. I think it might be time that I just start reducing um a lot of what I use in this game. I think I might just stick with multi um the main multi regions and just add Russia. I mean add Asia and Russia, add the Russian maps, but remove a lot of the European stuff because I think that Europe is kind of overcrowded anyway. Um, unless it's like Ireland or it's a couple of these things because I don't think we really need. Are you kidding me? why do you why can't you be better about but it's one of those things where in a game playing a game like this, like America, like having 32 mods, like I think it's gonna be seeing how much mods without um seeing how much I can get rid of with a lot of Europe, just clear out a lot of the European stuff because I think we're just gonna have to do that. But I'm gonna need to let you guys know if there's any way that I can fix the graphical glitches over here, and it could just be that it's Asia because we're over here in this part of the world. I don't know um if it's for it, but I will tell you I'm gonna stick to utilizing pro mods, and then I'm also gonna stick to utilizing specifically pro mods itself, and then using the Russian map, um, and adding all of the Russian maps in here, and then specifically adding if it does not mention if it mentions rebuilding, um, or that I would still add more cities Greece, but I'd probably remove that even and just go with um, removing a lot of um, that stuff and just shifting um, keeping um, keeping some of like if they're not like a Poland rebuilding or rebuilding a portion of these areas, um, then I would say okay, we'll figure something out because to be honest, we can probably go a little bit faster on this, but are we going downhill? And that's why our vehicle's going up? Because I'm not complaining. I'm just gonna let it coast like this. If a cop comes picks me up, the cop's gonna come pick me up. I can say I'm just going downhill, trying to keep my pace. Like I'm 5 miles over. Like anyway. It's one of those things where just seeing what Trump's doing and seeing how he is not doing what he said he's going to do. A lot of people banked on believing him. You don't believe on the words that somebody says. You have to believe on the actions and the things that somebody takes on this issue. I think that America is ready for a female president. I do. I don't think it's not necessarily that we're ready for a female president. I think it's more of somebody that is willing to make more sense and more being more sensible about things, and that I am not ready for Gavin Newsom. Um, but if we get him, we get him. I will vote anybody that is going to stand for democracy, that's going to stand to protect this nation, stand to protect this country, and it's and and willing to not let another thing like a a Trump happen again. Making sure that for me, like, I would put in a stipulation that unless you are that if you are God, then what's the point? But the thing is I would put a stipulation that you have to be able to that um if you are going to become commander in chief, I would basically put in the stipulation that you have to also be able to pass um you have to be able to pass a that you have to pass basic training, um a a basic training enough to pass basic training get to um to be able to become president. And if you can, um making sure, or just making sure that you're basically able to do physical fitness to be able to run for president, because I think you need to. And also, and or just putting a limitation on um or just putting limitation on only um being basically over the age of 75. You cannot become a lifetime appointed for Supreme Court. If you are a lifetime appointed Supreme Court justice, you will now then also have to be you will also have to end your term um, until you are um, or basically you have to basically you will get basically until you are um, the age of 75. Once you're 75, you are done. You are no longer allowed to be a public servant into the eyes of the Supreme Court. Um, on the federal Supreme Court, I don't care. States can have their own rights, but federal Supreme Court, 75. 75 for president, 75 for anybody in any position or office, is 75 years of age, or is capable and able to capably pass a a cognitive test um, at 75, or be able to pass a cognitive test. And you have to be able to pass a cognitive test that is done and given directly, um, that you have to be able to also be able to memorize the Constitution, um, not memorize it, but just know some basic things. Pretty much, it basically say 75. I think would just be an easier bet for me to take into consideration for a lot of things. Like I am somebody that I think we just need to be more proactive at keeping control of basically making sure that you're able and capable. Like, if you're able and you're capable to basically, I would give you a fitness, like, not a fitness test, but a cognitive test, a direct cognitive test that basically says that if you are able and capable to pass a cognitive test, and you're able to pass it with flying colors, a 90% or better, you will be on. I will give you the I will give you the you can have the presidency. And I think 75 years of age, um, and being able that you are able and capable of being at that age. Um, if you cannot be somebody, um, if you cannot be president at age 75, um, I left it up to 75. I would personally do that for anybody in office. Um, and you can't be in office at 75, but if you're cognitively cognitively available, like I still think you can still be a lawyer. I still think you can still be um a thing, but you do need to have um um and you know what? Let's do this. You know what? Let's go over here. We'll fill up on gas here. I think just a little bit. Um, and then I think what I'll do is we're gonna go backwards. For just because I want to hit everything in this area. Um, and I know it's gonna. I know they're gonna. I know the nav system's gonna hate me, but I was supposed to go that way anyways. I could have easily came in, and then what we do is then we go right here, add you into the mix, then we go around. And I'm pretty sure there was probably a sneaky thing about that way, but am I going backwards? Yep, I'm going backwards. Oh, flip. Nobody's around, so it's like I can do this. I'm like, why am I going that way when I shouldn't be? Okay. Now we should be a little bit better. On a lot of these things. Thank you guys for joining the TikTok live. Thanks everybody for at least coming to attempt to see my stream. Make sure you guys are followed. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button as well and share out the stream. It's greatly appreciated. And also make sure that you guys, if you're watching anywhere else, make sure you guys hit that studio. On YouTube, make sure you guys hit that follow, hit that subscribe. On Trovo as well, or wherever you guys are watching, it's always free to do so unless you're on Trovo. Subscribing is not on Trovo, so just be aware of that. But anyway, A couple other things that I really wanted to preface tonight is tonight I think I'm going to play some Call of Duty tonight instead of Fortnite. I know I gotta get my free V-Bucks by the day, but I know tomorrow's gonna be a hectic day for it. Um, um, but there is this thing, guys, that when with a lot of this trouble. Yeah, I really think I still have this sneaky suspicion that I might do this as a copy and paste. I feel like it is something to do with this Asia area, not with the Russia, because I feel like that if that we're not having that we had a couple of those issues. I still think it's the Asia area, and we might just remove all of Asia, and just basically just do Europe entirely, Europe and Africa, I think. Um, yeah, we got an hour till we have to rest again. Um, ugh. I always hate traveling down here anyway. Sometimes. Um, but really want to say that I'm in love with Euro Truck. I'm in love with American Truck. I love both games. I am happy with these games as a whole. Um, these games are absolutely these are the fantastic games when they're done right and when they're done to really make my life much more better when I can mod things and add my own touch to them. Um, um, yeah, the nearest is 2 hours and 15 minutes away. Do we got anybody so I can go around him? And him so I can get a little bit faster. Um, but I will tell you, like, I am somebody that you will listen, that as long as as long as you're doing fantastic and doing what needs to be done for it, I think I'd be happy. I'll be happy as long as you're happy, as long as you know what you're doing. But as long as you're not really tearing down other people because you have a vendetta against their politics, vendetta against them. It's like, no. Like, I am somebody that um I will tell you, like, I am not somebody that will I've taken all consideration for any LGBTQ as the dying thing that I will support. It's the only thing I will support in any life. I don't care if it goes against my religion, It's the only thing that I will die trying to defend LGBTQ rights. I belong to a church that ostracizes people like that, and I don't care, because a lot of these things I know is true, but there are just some things that I just will still continue to support because their unwavering support um is because I will stand to support those people and stand to protect them. Like, we can have decisions that we can make. Like, you may not want to be you may not like trans people, you may not agree with any of us, but just remember, if you don't agree, it's your choice. Don't but don't take it out on somebody else because you just teach your kids that way. You teach your kids not to read these books, you teach your kids to do these things. But if you're not willing to do it by yourself, then what's the point in 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 having freedom to make your own decision? Like, taking away people's freedom to do things is worse than taking somebody's unwaverly and then somebody actually gaining more freedom. It's a lot harder to gain freedom back when it's taken away, but it's really, like, gay people are protected here in the United States to this point. Like, if you're not willing to um if you're not willing to do the job, because look, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, if you're somebody like Kim Davis lost her right because to say that, oh, it's based on religious values. It's like, get a grip. If it's against religious policy or religion, go start your own private business and do that. I know. Yeah, um, and just my alarm's telling me, hey, I need to get up and get moving for live streaming. I'll turn that off for tomorrow and Saturday. Oh, speeding up. Oh, I should have. Oh, Gulls, sorry. Gulls. I wish you could have like an emergency rest. Um, I wish you could have like an emergency rest that you can just rest for like an hour. Like, you just take an hour to rest, and then you can get back in on the road and just go. Um, to use an emergency rest. Like, you can come in and you get an emergency rest per time you load up the game, kind of thing. Yeah, I'm going to lose over 2,000 just because I'm trying to. Like, they're telling me to, oh, you're gonna start losing because you're avoiding sleep. I'm not avoiding sleep early. They should really give me that warning like 3 hours in advance. Like, start getting that yawn. I don't get why that couldn't be like a gas station out here. Unless it's just like an old... Yeah. But they must be doing construction down here. Um, but one of the things that, the other things that really is kind of why I've stopped really supporting Windows right now. Like I'm not somebody that's against AI. I'm just against AI being used on my computer on an operating system. Utilizing AI when on it. You know? I'm somebody that's against AI when it's used. Oh, what? Okay. Um, but I will tell you there's some other things that are really um with this AI thing. Like Windows has pretty much switched, like putting Windows on um moving to AI, um and making AI on your computer as a thing that I'm like, I will tell you, like, I am somebody that's okay with AI as long as it's being used outside of my operating system. Now, if I come out of this, that's why I'm testing out this area. If I come out of it and we're over in Europe and I don't experience any of this, then I'm just gonna uninstall the Southeast Asia portion. I'll just uninstall Asia entirely, and we'll just go and um we'll just do Africa. And then if Africa has issues, then we'll just stick to Europe itself. Um, and Russia. But anyway, the AI thing that's going on with this is just something that just doesn't really sit well with me. I am not an AI supporter when I have to use it on a thing. Like, I don't mind using it once in a while to check something. Um, on a lot of these things, because like I said, AI is a good tool as long as you use it properly. Um, Thanks user for joining the TikTok live. Thank you. Again, sorry about the mirrors having some issues trying to render in things. I th- I am just going to really I'm just going out testing this area out. Um and then we'll transfer to another location, to like a European side of things. Um Cuz if I'm having that mirror issue, um so yeah, and it's just really like AI is just not that. It's like why would I want to use an AI that's potentially going to lead for malware, more malware? Like, it's like, no. It's like, why would I want to install something that's gonna be security issue? And having security issues on this front. Yes, expects the delivery in an hour. No, we're not gonna do that if I'm gonna see that going on. We'll see. Well, it might just be that just-in-time delivery too. Um, Yep, it's telling me to live stream, telling me to live. That's why I have like these two notifications in case like I'm on my computer. I get on, I was like, oh, I'm supposed to live stream it. Dismiss that. I'm already live. All right. Okay. Let me get a quick travel. I want to travel. Um, yeah, we'll travel. Here. Do repair. And just repair it all. How much would it actually to kill me? Yeah. Okay. Now we're over here in Warsaw. Let's go to Cargo Market. Warsaw, and then we'll go to Poland from here. Because we might just uninstall all of Asia, if that's the if I don't see any issues out here in the out here. Any graphical glitches out here, then I'm just gonna uninstall all of Asia. Or just install, like, maybe uninstall the Java Road Revolution. Just try to basically figure out where some of that stuff that's required for me to because I think that's why I don't have a business out in there. I don't mind having Australia though. Australia, I haven't tested Australia lately to see if it got updated to fix that little area. If it does not, I will respond and say I'm having no issues anywhere else. I'm having issues in this area. There was another mod that I can't figure out that's giving me this issue. And we'll let the GMC community know about it. so that if anybody has on it. Um, and that. So that way, I think if I don't see any issues around in Europe, I think we will just uninstall a lot of the um, Asia stuff, and then I will look into all of the files specifically just mentioned for Asia, in the Asian area, and I'll just uninstall it, and then I might just take and play this over the weekend instead of American Truck, just for some more testing and stuff. Um, I don't care. I pretty much do a lot of playing games just to test things, to really report back. Is a lot of what I do. Is I just like to report it so that we can figure out a fix. And I will always put in my computer is a beefed up computer. Like I will say, um, like I was driving down that same path in 1.55 and had no graphical glitches. So this is a thing where, um, somewhere, um, like we're here. I am just going to, um, we're going to give this a quick capture there, just so for today's, um, we'll do a couple of those, so that I have those so I can share it and say in this area, I'm having some graphical glitches. I typically don't have graphical glitches. Typically. Um, so I typically don't. Now I'm just gonna say, like, if it's Asia and it's not pro mods, then for it. And I'll do it just for some traveling down here in Poland area, and take that into consideration. Um, and then I will uninstall all of Asia unless it's directly related to pro mods. Um, because I know pro mods is going to be something that I know that's going to be working pretty well. Um, and that's the only one that I will have there, and then I will say, okay, we're not going to play that for a while, because I'm not going to sit there and have all these issues within 1.56 to say, hey, can we get this to fix in 1.57? Um, because then we can say, okay, um, for it. Um, and I will tell you, I typically utilize, um, I'll tell you, I'm typically somebody that utilizes, every aspect of modifying the game, um, and supporting the community in a lot of this community. And I love American, and I love Euro Truck. I absolutely love the opportunity for me to sit down and actually enjoy a game that really makes me happy. Um, and this is about the only game that really gets my head, like, just out of space and just take some time away from just the day, um, and not being so tethered down to a lot of stuff. Um, but I will tell you this, like, not all, like, I might just have a day where we just don't talk politics for it. I talked a little bit today. We might have like a thing here and there, but I'm trying to really just take that into knowledge and just finding out. Now, I will tell you guys, if I start getting into um, American truck, I am going to, if I start getting into this, I'm going to start looking into getting a wheel, getting into like a wheel setup, getting into multi-monitor setup, um, for this, um, for it. But that would mean I'd have to figure out, can this computer run 2 monitors? Can Linux run 2 monitors? Um, and can I be able to just do it for like a simulation for simulators? Um, or can I just have it so that I can maybe um, have maybe a like 3 computers is going to be a lot pushing for a simulator to run because it gets hot. I'm pretty sure it gets hot in a lot of people's simulator setups, but doing it on Windows would be easy. Doing it on console, I mean not console, but doing it on console, that one's going to be the challenge for the console version. When it does inevitably release, that you're gonna have to figure out a way to do it like this, but you're gonna have to figure out American Truck a little bit because American Truck is the only one that's gonna have a hard time trying to do this on a 16:9 aspect ratio. Um, to be honest, I don't know how Linux would have multiple setup, but I'd still get into getting a wheel and something for this game and have multiple ways of play doing the wheel portion, and then on my wheel having certain things set up for turning right, turning left, um, adding music and doing things like that, just for that, and then maybe getting a dashboard. Um, but that's gonna be something that I don't even think I really want to because I don't know how to drive necessarily. Um, and I would have a harder time maybe trying to figure things out on how to drive. Maybe it might just give me a little edge to understand how to drive a little bit better and stuff. That's why I said it sometimes driving in a game like this, having actual wheels and knowing how to drive, sometimes it's just relaxing. Um, to playing a game. Yeah, I'm not noticing it down here, and I'm in Poland, so I'm noticing it over there in Europe. I am going to take the time to basically just take over in Asia. I think I'm just gonna take out the Asia stuff. Like if it's Asia, um, I'm just gonna start basically saying, okay, if it's not a pro mods thing, then I'm just gonna we're just gonna follow the pro mods for Asia only, and then we're just gonna stay in Europe and Russia um, for now. But it also could be that the Java Road Revolution could just be having that issue, and that, so I'm just gonna take a look into looking into um, it might not be the Java Road Revolution. It might be the Truck Dream Road for it, and that might be what it is. I don't know. We will have to figure out. I could do it tonight. I could probably figure that out tonight. And basically, like, Scarlett's not gonna get on till 10. I'm gonna play Call of Duty tonight. I'm gonna be on till 12:30. playing some Call of Duty tonight, and then from 12:30 till 2 at the latest. From 12:30 to 2, I will be working on getting myself packed up and ready to go. But those lights are probably, so I'm pretty sure it's something to do with the Asian area, and not with the European side. I did uninstall to Asia. I'm going to just, maybe we just take a little bit of time to travel, um, finish this job up, not even just travel to a location, travel a little bit out, figure out, um, start removing the Asia portion, and basically just completely slowly start removing the Asia area, because I feel like that Asia is just one of those things where I might have to, um, that if there's a graphical issues, um, that I'll just mention that, hey, I'm using it over here in this area. I'll mention it to them, to the Discord, to the GMC community Discord, that um, definitely help better understand a lot of um, these nuances. Um, okay, I thought that truck was going slow. It's not. Um, um, so yeah, so I feel like that I'm not going to cancel this job right now. I'm just going to go for it, finish it up. Um, and remove Asia. I feel like Asia's just going to be one of those things that we might just have to remove, because we're having that issue in Asia right now. I'm not having any problems with Europe right now. Oh, nope. Okay, so we are having some issues out here as well. So it is not just in Asia, so it's just the game itself. But I will tell you, I'm noticing this. I'm wondering if that's just um, something going on with the graphics for it. Here, let me and we might just go back to just using Pro mods exclusively. Go to go to options. Turn off VSync. We'll just turn off VSync. And see if that fixes the issue. So I turned on VSync, I turned it off. And if we still experience that with VSync over in that area, then I think it's VSync. Because I normally don't use VSync. I normally don't have it on at all on a $60 on a computer. I never run VSync. Unless I'm having stuttering issues in a game, then I will turn it on. But that's the only time I will. If I still experience that, then I'm gonna have to start changing some other settings to figure that out. I usually, guys, like I usually will go always high, not ultra. The only thing is I do with the weather is ultra, but it's one of those things that um for it anyway. But what do we have? Did I talk about every topic that I wanted to talk about before we get off for the day? Um, Cause we talked about okay. Yeah, at least we hit those both of those topics on a good basis. But I will tell you guys, like, there's a couple of things. Um, no, I'm gonna stay here. I'm not turning off or anything. Um, but there is a couple other things that if you guys didn't know, that Cloudflare took out a lot of the internet this week. Um, and if you are actively utilizing Cloudflare, um, like, ugh, I'm gonna change lanes. Um, like if you actively use Cloudflare, your had Cloudflare running, you pretty much had a problem with Cloudflare this week. It's why I don't think we should have our hosting all done on AWS, Cloudflare, Google. Having it down to a handful of people because something can go wrong. Um, okay, so it's not vsync issued. Um, it's not a vsync issue. We are still experiencing that. I will post in the Discord because I didn't add in a lot of Russia either. I don't think I added in a lot of Russia. I could still go back and clear out a lot of the Russian stuff. Just have the Russia map, um, and just clear that out because I never really used a lot of Russia. I never really wanted to go to Russia anyway. So I think we might just uninstall Russia, because look, that just bugs me out. Um, um, Now I still can't. I'm not gonna like knock off. Like I think it's just because we have so much. I don't know what's causing this. What's causing this? Um, Because it points to a car in front of me. Like, it points to the car. It points to like a car happening. Um, but I think it's just we might just start reducing Russia out. Let's do that instead. Um, just clear out Russia, except the Rust map. And then we'll see. We'll go from there. Because if we're still experiencing that, we can just go out and get rid of Russia. I use typically Asia. We'll just get rid of Russia. We'll still keep Africa though. Africa there. Um, but we will remove a lot of the Russian side of things. Um, we won't delete them from the file folder. Um, and we'll see from there if we have that problem going on. there, because I would like to see if I can fix this issue on our known places and things. If I still think that having the just having Russia map is the only thing that I will use. I'll use the multi-regional maps, um, and then I will utilize um, and then I'll just utilize that, um, Europe, and then Asia and Africa. I think I will remove a lot of the Russian stuff too. We'll just go start with Russia first. Clear out all the Russian maps other than the Rus map itself. Um, Gdansk. Are we in? No, we're in Poland, so we should be a-okay. If I still experience that issue, then I'm just... Then I don't know. I really think it could just be that, that I could have gone back and looked at what I used in 1.55, and go back and check on that, and just use those maps, in 1.55, except for the Donbass region, um, because I didn't see the Donbass in there. I don't know if the Donbass has an update or if the Donbass is pretty much there. I didn't notice any experiences. I could hop back to 1.55 and do the exact same thing with 1.56, but just follow the 1.55 and then go with the 1.56, give you guys the mod selection that you guys can just go in, import, and check to see which ones I'm using, and just go to 1.55 from there. Might be a little bit easier, might not. But I don't get it very often out here. Very often, I just get it every now and then. So I'm pretty sure it's got to be something within the Russian area, that I think we'll just go with the Rus map and then just be done with Russia. And see if that fixes. See if it's just having too many mods that it's conflicting with each other, or it's that it's what these mods are using in 1.56 that is there, because frankly I don't know what's going on and why this is going on. Because if I don't know why I'm experiencing it out here. It could just be that it's just Russia is what I'm going to probably end up removing, except for the Russian map, and adding some of the Asian things. We might just get rid of Asia and Russia and just use pro mods plus Europe. But if we can start getting into where pro mods starts adding in some of these places, like the Poland rebuilding, like I wish that we could just go down and gravitate down towards utilizing having pro mods just start implementing Poland, or implementing some of these things like if it's like a single map, like Ireland. Like I don't know why pro mods didn't get Ireland put into in here with pro mods. Ireland, like they could put Ireland, for crying out loud, into pro mods, and like mods that aren't being worked on, they could do that. They could start maybe figuring out things like that and just getting these mods situated to better make make that. So we'll see. Because I haven't been back to Europe for a while, and I think it might just be time that we just stick to Europe, stick to stick to that. But because we only experience it every now and then, I haven't only experienced it once, so I'm just gonna maybe just go start with basically just Russia first and get rid of a lot of the Russian stuff, except for using the default Russian maps and things. And we're doing testing. A lot of this is just testing too. Um, and I'll mention it to them that hey, I'm experiencing a lot of the graphical glitches. I do um, and I want to do that because I feel like oh oh I thought that was like a roundabout. It's not. It's not really a roundabout. Because I think I didn't really add a lot of. I said I wasn't going to get into Russia really either. Um, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do what's recommended down here. Um, and then what we'll do is we'll save the game now. And then let me go and hit live 11/20 2025. Okay. So now let's go to the title screen. Okay. We're going to go over here. Okay. We're going to enact this thing to my browser, to my official browser that I always have, the GMC community. Things are changing on their website, guys. Okay. Um, no. Emden, Eastern Europe. I don't know why Cecilia's Project Sesco does not work. We're going to disable all of those. We don't use those two. We'll stick with Africa. We'll take the Americas. And then we take out these three there. Hit apply. Now this is just for testing the purposes. Now, we're gonna tick all of those available, and then we're gonna go and find what we actually should do, guys. Let me go over to my YouTube. I'm gonna look at the 1.55. Okay. 0.55. Hold on. I can do a thing. We no. Hold on. It's in my videos. Okay. Okay. So here, we're in the Russia. I am checking. Okay, so we do have. Depends on off the grid for Sigori. That's okay. Um, I wonder if Jarl is in here at all. It does not look like it is. Um, Road to Jarl. Arl is there. Um, um, yeah. I don't think any. I don't think I have any of these. Um, 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 yeah. I think I will still keep those two because I use those for um on that. Um, but um, Okay. I think um I think I'm gonna start just clearing those out. Um and we'll see how things go with that. Um we'll take all of those. Um and we'll just clear out a lot of those reducing the Russia, because I think we'll just add a little bit of Russia. Because the Trans-Siberian Truckway does get us access over into Asia area, and I just want to make sure that we can get to the Asia side of things. Um, and I didn't use the Truck Dream Road um, in mind, but I don't. I don't think I even used the Truck Dream Road either, but I'm just gonna. Yeah, I think I got rid of the Truck Dream Road. Um, but I know I used it at later points, so I'll just stick with it. Um, and then, um, okay. So let's go, Karov, disable Karov. Let me, let me re-enable all the maps that I did use, um, here. Africa, Americas, other. Hit apply on all of those, which is, um, we need to apply the rush map as well. Um, and then we're going to say clear all, and then we will go through, clear out the everything except for requires, that one depends on the Siberian Truckway. Um, that Chatoga requires that. I am not going to, and then we'll hit apply there. Okay. Those are the maps that we're going to keep. We're going to tick all of those for now, because what I'm wanting to do is anything that we do have now, whoops, in the Russian area is going to start getting removed for it. Okay. NRS, the grid, cyber open, northern open spaces, Rust Takara, Rust Centra, northern Russia region, Kirov. I might actually keep the Kirov map. Um, um, I think we might start just clear. Let's start with just those. We'll tick all of those. Um, and then we'll select these ones here. The Balka Alta Chattanooga. We'll start by taking to make sure that Serbia, two northern open spaces, Rus Centra, Karov can stay. Okay, Carl will stay. Then okay. RM1 Rust map is there. Latvia. Where's the next one? Because I want to start reducing as much as I can. On utilizing a lot to see if we can still fix some of this. Um, um, okay. So now we need to go down to find the Pro Mods area. Review, remove you, move you. Far East Russia. Um, can we still have the Bialka? Because it's only like there's nothing really. Maps. I'm gonna check to see. Okay, yeah. So Bialka. I'm gonna check. Um, I'm gonna check to see if we apply that. We'll take out Bialka. Bialka only is one map, so I'm gonna keep the Bialka. So we'll tick all of those, and then we will add the rest of these in. Um, let's go down here to Bialka. I know where we're at, so we're past beyond. Um, we can get rid of the Trans-Siberia Altea map. Um, Siberia off the grid, Volga. A map. Australia. Volga map. Okay. Road to Arl. Alti map fix for both of those. Siberia map fix. For it. Okay. Now all of those, we're still gonna keep it there, but we're gonna try. I'm trying to reduce as much active use on a game. Thanks, Pierre 5 for joining the TikTok live. Thank you. Glass is not there, and glass is not over here either. Because I want to try to reduce the mod usage. And I don't really don't want to get into a lot of Russia. Um, Okay. No, I actually didn't mean to go there. But I think we'll just go here. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just take the 2-hour trip. Because we're going to see if we still get that experience down here. Here, that's why I removed a lot of Russia. Like there's a small, like, that, like, right there. I might just remove all of Russia entirely. Except for the Russian map. Because the Russian map is, like, next to other places. Because there's no... I might just remove the Balkan map, too. Um... Yeah, it's still experiencing that issue. So I just started that. So now let's go to title. Okay. So now let's go down here to Russia. So we don't have the Volga maps. And we have these available to us. We're going to remove the Balka. We're just going to remove tick all, and then we'll go to um, Nope, actually, clear all. Now we'll tick all. Um, and then we'll check these. And we can check Bakal map. Um, okay, so, um, no, I wanted to clear all of it. Clear it all. Hold on. Tick, and then clear. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have all of those set up, but I am. Why do I see 55 in there? Um. Anyway, we'll just. Okay, so, um, so Karov map. Um. Oh, wait. Okay, I don't have the. I already removed the Rust Centra. I already moved the Volga. I already removed those. Those are the maps that we are utilizing. Um, so the northern Russian region's free. Um, the Karov map is gone. Um, the um, okay, so we moved that there. Um, Siberia, there. Um, then we come down here to then we go all the way down to the Pro Mods area. Off the grid. Serbia. Anagova. Are going to be gone as well. So those maps, we should be at 145 plus 26, 26, and we should be close to it if we're by 2. That should be a-okay. So now we're gonna take off the grid, Sagori, Trans, Siberia, take out the Karov, take out that. We should be at 130 on our confirm those changes. It's at 155 minus 26. So it's 155 minus 26 is about 129. So we are probably it's at 129. We take out this right here, and it's at 129. Right there. So we have everything for it. So I think we will try to figure that out. Cause I'd like to keep, like, I use the multi-region stuff. Okay. And we'll see. This will be our last test. Yes! Oh, I am so happy tonight. Okay, guys. Because now I know that if we are experiencing this in the least problematic, if I still experience it, then I'm gonna say it's something with their end. Um, I'll be on really shortly. Not gonna play Save the World tonight unless um unless I absolutely have to, and I'll play that at 12:30. Um, because I have to. I'm really checking a thing real quick. Um, making sure that nothing is. If I still experience it, because I shouldn't have to experience this, I removed a lot of the the Russian map, like I did. Um, remove a lot of Russia. Um, and if I still am experiencing this, um, when I and what I'm going to do is like I said, we're just going to go to that point. If at this point that I do not experience that exact same thing, then I'm going to say we are doing fantastic. Um, nope. Okay, so it's here as well. So it's not that I remove stuff. It is just something going on with, um, with it. Um, so it's not. So I will go back and put in all the Russian stuff. And then maybe we go and get rid of the Truck Dream Road. Um, I think we just get rid of that one specifically. Because I think the Truck Dream Road, um, I think this is the Truck Dream Road. If I'm not mistaken. Um, because normally, normally I don't use the Truck Dream Road, and I'm normally, don't use a lot of the Asian stuff, I don't think. But if I'm having that issue within here, then it's just the game itself. Um, so I will put back in the Russian stuff, later. I'm just not gonna do it right now, um, because it's not important to me. I did experience it a handful of times down here. It could just be the Truck Dream Road, um, but I did put the Truck Dream Road back. I think the last time I did, I put that in, and I think it's just, um, so I think we'll just keep it this way. Um, I'm not gonna do anything with it. So anyway, I will let them know that, for it. Anyway, guys, give me a minute. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. We're gonna switch over, play some, Fortnite or Call of Duty. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm actually popping off lately with this Peacekeeper though. Or I just die by a chopper. Okay. Trying to level up my weapon so I can get this done. I need to get to level 29 so I don't want to lose on the barrel attachment. Yeah, this weapon's actually not that bad. The recoil is bad though.
I have a better version than that. Light fuse.
Yeah, they're motherfuckers.
Okay. Yeah, nothing really in the shop that's actually decent.
Oh shit! I didn't see you behind me. Did we play Call of Duty?
No, I'm checking Fortnite shop.
I said no. I know. Can we play Call of Duty tonight?
Yeah. Just give me. I'm checking.
I need to change my kill streak though. This ain't gonna work.
Blue sky blink, yo.
Yeah, hopefully my KD pops up though. Goes back up. My KD was doing bad. Going down some fucking headshots in regular hardcore. But I'm doing good though now.
Yeah. Come on, Danko.
Oh yeah, Stranger Things is coming to Fortnite again.
Yeah. Kind of figured.
So, change the plans. It's not Saturday. It's Friday. I'll be going out to eat.
Ah.
So we're free on Friday, so I'm free. Thank you. I'm turning my underbarrel launcher.
I'm not gonna do any missions tonight. I'm just checking to see if there is any.
Goodbye.
Cause you're in a mission and I
Goodbye.
won't. I'm sorry, I didn't check that one over there. And again, there could be no V-Bucks.
Oh, why did Teddy not die? Oh, I got a hit marker off of that.
Because I got a pack tonight.
What?
Because I got a pack tonight. to be.
Time you getting off?
Um, when you and Scarlett get off,
12. Oh, 12:30. Yeah.
it's 12:30. It might be 1 o'clock that I get off, but
Damn it, just get off when we get off, so you can get packing and get some sleep.
gosh, I can sleep in the car. All I'm doing is just traveling. And the reason I said probably one is if there's any V-Bucks tonight, because I won't have any time tomorrow to get them. That's why. If there was, I wish
Damn
I would
it.
have done it last night. Because it would have been so much more better.
No!
Wow, nothing. Again.
I have this weekend I can do. I can try to get this done. That's Sunday. I have to watch the game. Direct hit too. Nice.
Yeah.
These people suck. Jeez. I'm almost done with that. Nice. I got that done. Now I just get gold. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, I'm gonna fix the recall. I'm gonna remove that. I mean, this is best be the best idea to do. Damn it. 62 and 39. Jeez, that popped off. I need after this AR, I need only one more AR to go, and I get this done. Well, I need one no, and then I'm gonna start working on actually. I think launchers would be the best, easiest thing, or pistols. And I want to work on shotguns though too. I think shotguns would be the best one too. Dude, I'm already level 21. Jeez.
What?
Oh yeah, shotguns would be easy. Okay, that's easy. And I can do sniper rifles.
Guess what? No Call of Duty for me tonight.
Update.
Won't let me log in.
What's it saying?
It is telling me that I have no internet.
Reset your internet and see if it fixes it.
I got it fixed, Glass. So don't worry. Now I just gotta see if I can get in Call of Duty.
How? Die, bitch.
Alright. I'm gonna send it 5 minutes early. I sent it a little bit early to remind him to say, hey, are you getting on? No, because I know. Well, guess what? He's not getting on tonight.
Why? Is he sick? Still?
Yup. It's actually getting worse. Toxic positivity. If he's starting to get that way, then he needs to kind of not go to work tomorrow at all either and get some rest.
I don't know why I'm not getting sick.
Yeah, I don't either. But Glass, don't jinx yourself.
I'm not. I'm okay. I'm already dying inside, so it's fine. Fuck.
Okay.
Give me a second. Let me get gold real quick, and I'll join you.
Okay, good, Glass. I'm checking a couple of things.
Dude, I'm almost done. Wow.
Because I might not. I don't know, Glass.
Ooh, a new car. In Fortnite. Ooh.
I'm in Call of Duty, but if you want to play Fortnite, we can. It's up to
A
you.
Ferrari? I'll get the F1 races next Friday. Unless we'll have to buy me a new headset next Friday.
Unless it's actually broken, Glass, you don't really need to, but it's
No,
up to you.
gaming. The little thing that plugs in is bent. So I'm not trying to ruin it. So I'm gonna
Are you
just
talking
buy
about
me a
the
new
little
headset.
aux thing that you plug into your headphones?
No, what? It's Bluetooth. I'm wireless. I'm wireless.
Okay. Could probably just get the dongle, if it is.
Gaming. I can't. I can't. It's a thing that I plug in. It's attached to my thing.
I don't know what thing you're talking about then, Glass. You're not being very descriptive.
It's a plug-in that plugs in your PS5. It connects to a headset.
Yeah, the
It's
dongle.
bent. No, it's not a dongle.
Yeah, the little thing that you plug into your USB thing, right?
Yeah.
That is a dongle.
No, it's not.
Then what is it? It's the receiver? because it's the only other thing that you can call it. It's literally is a dongle it's literally like the little USB drive or a dongle or whatever you like to call it that connects for your headset. You can probably replace that and get a new one.
I can't. I'm not gonna get a Neto headset to get the same fucking headset. No. Get to replace that. No. I might as well just buy me a new headset. And
You don't have. I don't know if they sell the receiver separately. They might sell the receiver separately. That's what I'm saying.
Jamie, it's my money. Shut up.
I'm just telling you how to save money.
I don't give a fuck what you trying to tell me to do. It's my money. I don't care. I'm not gonna save my money. I'm buying me an expensive headset. It'll save me some. I'm not gonna save me some money. To be honest, I'm not gonna go buy me a new fucking headset. That it's the same headset, so no. I'm getting the Steel Series. It's on sale on Black Friday for $104. That's not bad.
How much is it normally though, Glass?
150.
Okay. You know, I'm not. This isn't me recommending it, but I'm not saying to go out and for you. I'm just saying for everybody, for anybody who is watching. I was watching.
What the fuck?
Um, are you in Call of Duty or Fortnite, Glass?
I have to get this gold real quick. Give me a minute.
Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I'm not. The one
Damn it.
the one headset that I've
Four.
kind of will tell you that you probably should probably try to invest, and I know it's something that's probably a little bit out of people's price range, and when you're talking about getting a headset. And I've used them before. I would highly recommend them, but I just don't have as well is the Sennheiser brand of headphones. Now, of course, those are going to be a little bit more spendy. Those are going to be specifically only meant for really. I don't know what they have now, but I know that they're a good brand for a headset. And that's
Damn it, you fucking piece of shit.
And that's pretty much the only other brand that I've used outside of Skull Candy, outside of Turtle Beach, and outside of Yawuchan. So, and I highly recommend those even more over my headset that I'm currently wearing. But if you're looking into $300-400 price range, then yeah, they can get a little bit pricey. I might be wrong on that. They could be cheaper. But
Oh fuck! I ran out of ammo fast.
so I'm here. You know what? Let me be more precise. Actually, I yeah. There's fives. Actually, they do have some cheaper ones too, to be honest. But mostly they are expensive, depending on the ones you get. Um, and
I just whacked him.
so anyway,
Oh, it's funny. It's just he's like, "No what, fuck." I was like, "No what, fuck you." I ran out of ammo. I actually like the Peacekeeper now. The Peacekeeper's not that bad. You can control his recoil.
I am pretty sure it's bad.
It's the recoil.
Yeah, I have a hard time trying to control my recoil glass. Little to no recoil is actually better for me. Because of my
Man,
bad aim.
I wish you can play this game with me, but you can't. You don't even have the game. I'm like popping off.
Yeah.
What? I'm 45 and 30. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be probably be dead. Damn it. Oh, so close to the dog. Damn it.
We'll see how we do it for tonight in our.
Time to get our heads dirty, Black Ops.
Let's
Get
go.
to
I got the Peacekeeper gold, baby. Now I see one more. I really want to do a Peacekeeper to get that RC light. So to get that done. And then, alright, let's do shit.
And alright, YouTube, we're gonna end it there for today. So if you guys would like to see more of the multiplayer stuff from Call of Duty and stuff, and see Fortnite, the best